let's do the monster train. Let me just double check. I believe just waxing is the only sentient that I haven't done yet. I don't know. I've been just. I know they reworked this, so I feel like I won't ever get to play that again for a long time. If I'm trying to grind out everything, this will be my last time I ever get to play a sentient. But I also feel like I never did any super good plays with cultivate, and I should sort of try to make up for that. So what does a cultivating want? Probably, well, if I get dregs, then this champion has no innate way of bringing them back after they burn out, which is really bad. So just tons of reforms seems like a no-brainer. I think this would just be bad. You'd be relying on whatever random finds you have. These just yeah. Right? Is it as bad as it looks, or is this actually viable? Probably not. Let's just. I shouldn't second guess to myself too much. I mean, there's so many combinations; they can't all be viable. Okay, so these look fine. Yeah, this one's overpriced, but if I can lower the cost on it, suddenly becomes somewhat reasonable. This is the okay. So having big regen stacks is not a great plan for the Seraph. So I don't want to lean too hard into the regen. I at least need a really good backup plan for the final boss, if nothing else. But we'll figure that out. I'll do the relic first. This isn't bad. This is also sort of alright. I feel like both of these clans are sort of slowly scaling. There isn't like they're not super front loaded, so I think the units surviving, I can just bring them back. They don't necessarily need to have armor. I think the Pyre taking chip damage is kind of a bigger concern. Again with the cultivate, I mean I think this might be interesting. I mean, if I can just really abuse this, because even if my champion dies, I might be able to bring back the champion herself. So I can just YOLO this really hard. And then my units, if they die, they get stronger. If they live, they get stronger because of cultivate. It's and because of reform. I think I'm okay with. Yeah, I think because of what I'm saying, I'm really totally okay with spikes. So somebody on the top floor has to kill the cherub, and you can buff yourself. I could put you on the second floor. Do I really want her to buff herself? If she buffs herself, she'll attack and hit the spikes, and then that's one more revenge proc every turn. So I think that's pretty solid. I mean, worst case scenario, she dies at just the wrong time and I can't bring her back. But I'm tempted to use Awake, but I think 2 restores. A train steward is probably better here. It just is, yeah, it's just better. This back line is kind of a problem. I don't really have a way of dealing with that. The Pyres can take a little damage, but I already predicted that this would be the main issue here. There's no way to kill that back line. It's just the Pyre's going to take 5. It's going to take like 11 damage, Oh, and been a bunch more here. That's kind of sad. Whatever. It wasn't the cleanest. I probably should have. I didn't. I just didn't have any plan whatsoever, honestly, for the trash mobs. Oh, that's ugly. One of them has more than 20 health. Yeah, this one. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 18, and then. So this, yeah, spikes twice. So 6, 7, 8, 10, and then these are both once. So this is another 16. Unless I can. Oh, stings. Stings? I got stings as one of my random. Yeah, that was one of the randomly generated cards. Okay, so that one. At least that one dies on the first hit now. So that saves me another 5. These 2 stewards, they're just going to do nothing. They go into the reform pool, though. How many do I need in the reform pool? I mean, oh, next turn. I want one of these in the back line. Because the one in the front line is just going to burn out. Something like that, and then extend the battle by a little bit. Okay, that's... I think we beat the boss with reforms before it gets to the pyre. It's not game over, but it was... the spikes cost me some pyre health, for sure. That's 75 gold, though. I'd better do something good with it. I need to. Oh, I have a dripping. So I can put you in the back and then extend the burnout duration, and we're good to go. None of this matters. Well, okay, I can help you regenerate when you take spike damage. Oh, you're not going to take spike damage because you don't hit. You don't hit or get hit on the first turn. You hit, but you don't hit the spikes, so that didn't matter. Yeah, regenerate for 0, whatever. Okay. That was okay. That was... Basically, that relic... This relic basically netted me 5 health, but then 75 gold is kind of how it worked out. Which is... If there were a relic that gave you 5 pyre health and 75 gold, that would also be pretty decent, I guess. But honestly, the challenge was only part of the reason why my pyre took damage. My pyre was still going to take like 10 or 20. So, all things said, this is... Yeah, that did a lot of work. What else here? I need to scale faster. I need to kill the back line. I need to kill the back line. This isn't the best way to kill the back line. This could also kill a back line, but this works with spell power. Like, I need to scale that up, and then I can actually sometimes kill the back line. This is nice. This is perhaps even nicer. This is... I don't know. It would be nice to actually have units worth bringing back. But it's also nice to actually... Targeted reforms are just too good. This, if you're super duper careful and make sure that this is the only unit who's dying, then you get to bring it back, and maybe you put extra stacks on it. I mean, I already have some of these, so that combo is like this guy on the back line with this. I don't know, it's a tough call. It's just if too many units die all at once, I have no way of controlling what happens next, but I think I'm having damage problems, and there are ways that I can make sure that that unit comes back with good health and everything. Okay, so do I want a Melting Remnant, or do I want... I don't think the Merchant of Magic is super good right now. Like, maybe a Reform Or, not reform, but, holdover. Holdover would be a pretty nice upgrade. Some of these units might scale better with what I'm trying to do. Holdover would be nice, but then like a large stone on this draft might be pretty reasonable. And then what Awoken units am I hoping for? I don't know. It's hard to say. I would like to... This spell, I'd like it to be cheaper. Like, I would either... Like, if I had a lot of energy, then -1 cost and holdover might be good. Or maybe just -2 cost. And then... Like, what's really the goal here? Definitely -1 cost. I just don't know what the other upgrade would be. Does that really... Do I really... I don't know. I kind of like spells here because I kind of like these units. And then next spring, I don't... It's a while before I get to hit a Merchant of Steel. That's a problem. I hit a Merchant of Magic next ring, but I also... Artifacts are also good. Pyre Health is... I might need the Pyre Health, I might need the Relic. Let's do this one. I like the Merchant of Magic, it just feels good with this particular setup. Okay. Earn a lot of gold. I don't like this one because she's not going to be in the front. I've already got a Revenge unit who's competing for that, so... Trying to... It's sometimes complicated, but if I can find a way to feed the kills to that unit, I could be in good shape. So I was saying holdover would be good on which one was it? I don't even... Was it really this one? Or maybe just one of these? I don't know. I've got 5 of them. Do I really need the holdover? I mean, this one's not bad either. Cast it once, get it out of my deck. Well, Restore is kind of crappy. Cast it once, get it out of my deck. Sting is an option. Glimmer, I think I would just like a +10 spell power, but then I actually keep it in my deck. But these are just strictly sort of inferior. Like, am I purging a bunch of cards and then I don't need holdover? I just make this one cost 1? That's one option. Or I can make this cost 2 and it has holdover. Either way, I get to cast this one more than I cast these. Then I have 1 energy left over for whatever. I don't know if I want to use holdover. It's kind of expensive for these purposes. This one could come in clutch. This one could also come in clutch. I just don't cast it unless I really need to. Or I can cast it on purpose just to get rid of it, depending on what kind of situation I'm in. This one, I think this upgrade is, yeah, very split purpose, but pretty good. I'm just not sure this is really that important. Do I just save the money for later? I don't think it's worth re-rolling. Like, what would I re-roll for? Like, more minor upgrades? I mean, a -2 cost, and then, like, putting consume on another one of these. I could actually see that. But what if I roll something else, like plus spell power on this? I mean, the minor upgrades are looking pretty good here. There's minus cost. There's a consume. I need to go through all of them. How many are there? Are there three? Or is there a fourth one? Like, if they're all useful, then there's no risk. So consume, spell power, minus cost. Those are all good. Those are all good. I mean, it's paying 60, paying an additional 60 just for minor upgrades kind of sucks, but all of those do something really important, I think. Yeah, so having that cost 1 is really good. Having this one kill the back line is really good. And I can still purge one. I don't know. I mean, I'm never 100% sure, but that felt, at least it felt, I had good reasons for what I did. Not necessarily optimal, there could have been something better, but I had reasons to question it, but I also, like, rerolls are really strong when you have a big stockpile of gold, but you also need to start scaling early. And, haste. Okay, these guys are kind of a problem. Can I deal with it, though? I think so. I can always revive my frontliner, or almost always. Okay, so how do I do this? They take. This is kind of scary. Do I just YOLO it right away? That's 27. That's 32 every turn, just about. That's a little bit too intense. I guess it has to be the top floor. Then it's not quite as intense. This does nothing. Yeah, that does nothing, so whatever. Alright. It's not quite as intense, but it's pretty rough. And then I get to put a draft on the same floor. Except this turn he's not going to do anything. He's dazed, and then he's going to burn out. Which, oh well, that's sad. But I got to cast Awake, and I get to kill the cherub. Pyre takes like 15. Okay. Yeah, that glimmer did not show up when it needed to. It's kind of sad, but now I get to. Is that enough to save the unit? Oh god, that unit's just dead either way, right? 14 plus 9 is 23, 25. Yeah, with or without the restore, this unit is just gone. On the third hit, it makes no difference. I could put you on that floor, so you're all together. And my draft. Oh well, at least my draft is going to be doing some work. So it's 5, 14, another 19 pyre health. Kind of a downer. Just that challenge really. My pyre took like 6 hits, and those were all for 4 extra damage. So that was like 24 pyre health for whatever this unit draw is. Hopefully it's something good. Okay, there's the glimmer that could have helped a lot, but didn't come early enough. Here's this stupid consume that I'm never gonna get to use it for the full 22 because everything dies before I actually get to cast it at this point. I won't even get to redraw this. I would like to cast this on the champion, but I'm not going to get a chance to redraw it. The shuffle order has been kind of bad. Oh, I have all those reforms, but I have... Oh, I'm going to have... Oh, that's something I didn't take into account. Now I've got 2 decoys. I could... If I only draw like 1 or 2 of these, I might not get the champion back. So I could have just thrown the run already. I don't know. This guy does a lot of damage. How many hits does it take? 1, 2, 3, 4... So it dies on the 4th turn, but so it has 3 turns that it's still alive, so it's going to deal about 60. You're going to deal about another 20. So I'm only halfway there. I really need to bring the champ back. Yeah, those 2 stewards were a mistake. I drew all of these, so that's good. If I would really like to get on the first try, because then I can cast both of these. Not so lucky. Oh, that's really bad, because now I can't do any regeneration stacks whatsoever. Oh, regen stacks don't matter. She's just gonna burn out, that's right. But he gets hit once. She does the passive. Apparently this guy was already dead before, or almost. So yeah, she gets hit once. Buffs one of the other 2 units, then she burns out, and then whatever, it's enough, just barely. Yeah, that was cutting it closer than I even thought it was. What really helps here? Spikes, kind of. I don't really have energy right now, so this being free is sort of nice. I don't know if it's that nice. This is sort of good too. I don't know if it's good enough. Yeah, there were some turns where some units would have died to that, but they hit the they got to hit the pyre instead. Yeah. That's sort of negotiable. I mean, this lets me put my units all on the 2nd floor, and then I just send enemies from the top floor. Like, sometimes that might... Sometimes this might help me out. Do I really want the heals, or just want to keep reforming everything? I don't know if this is good enough to matter right now. I think I start setting things up on the 2nd floor, and I take into account the fact that that spell exists. Do I have room for any of this? I mean, you're kind of good, but I don't have a ton of floor space. I could have more than 1 floor being active. I don't know how to split up the floors exactly, but these, I think this multi-strike is probably better than the draft, but I don't have enough space. But if I get a capacity upgrade, then you can replace the draft on the kill floor, and then the draft can go do something else. You kind of scale. I don't know if I like this passive scaling as much as I like just using the champion with the 3 multi-strikes. I think this has more damage potential. I said I was going to do this, and then this. I have some gold, I don't have a ton. I already got some good spell upgrades. I don't think I really need the... I do have a descend spell. So this... If I cast descend on the top floor, then suddenly that's 3 stacks, so that's actually 1 turn where they would not even hit the pyre, even if they made it all the way to the top floor. So, holdover on Dripfall is starting to look a lot stronger. I could actually really do some cheesy stuff with that if... Is this something I want to do, or am I just not going to have enough energy? But you only do it once ever. That's kind of a downer. Like, this could be 15 pyre health, but if I draw it on the wrong turn, it just does nothing. And this, is that for just the rest of the battle, or is that permanent? Probably, I would think permanent, or else it would be kind of a dumb thing to have. I don't know, should I try to force this to work at some point? I kind of would like this to work at some point. I don't know, it seems questionable. It's not my favorite event, but when you're down to 31, it starts to look a little tempting. Okay, 1 damage on death. That's actually, I think that's actually fine. The middle floor is not an option. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Sentient is going to die pretty quickly. I don't know, can I actually protect this unit if I do things this way? She takes 25 damage. Maybe maybe 2 units is fine. I think giving them 1 turn for the rage to decrease could be pretty crucial here. And you, it doesn't really matter. You're not going to get to do anything regardless. But I do want you in the reform pool, so you can just hang out wherever, and you are just going to get in the way. I don't know, it's pretty early. I might draw 2 reforms next turn. Maybe I do want 1 of my stewards. Just 1. Too many stewards, and I just can't. I can't juggle at all. But 1 is probably 1 that keeps getting stronger. This is probably negotiable. So yeah, that's important. Now what? I need to start. Yeah, I need to do these. Which one did I get? I got kind of the good one, I guess. He's still not doing anything. Well, let's just make sure that he keeps coming back. Do I really... I don't want to daze anything right now, I guess. Maybe I... This unit just dies the next turn. I just don't... I think that's too much juggling, unless I put him on the top floor. Just let him hang out. I guess one more restore could have been nice too. Yeah, the Daedalus passive is actually really helping me get revenge stacks. That's kind of hilarious, so that's good. I guess I'll keep this unit, protect that one. 3 stacks of burnout. This time you actually get to do something. Let's make, but yeah, hopefully he does need to die at least one more time. I could kill them all with a glimmer. If this one slips by, oh, okay, I get money next turn if it slips by, so that's good. If I do 8 more damage, this one doesn't die yet, so I could do that. I think I like regeneration better. These are not dying fast enough. I think they need a little help. But let's see. I think I would like them to hit my champion next turn, so I don't want to kill them I don't want to kill them just yet, so I think I do nothing. I think, yeah, the rest is... Okay, that's... Yeah, this is... I probably cast this for sure this turn. Well, not for... probably for sure. Like, which is it? It's for sure when I actually decide to do it, I suppose. Yes. Do those need help dying? What about these? What are the other options? The other options are... Well, this one is dead either way. But... Does the train store need to help out, or do I just let them wail? I think I let these hit the champion next turn, so I would get the... Maybe... Do I put you on the top floor? I wanted to get this guy. I still can. I let you block. And I just do 2 of these. Sure. Alright, so you're tanking sort of, but not really. Not really great at it. Get rid of one of those, and then you get a little bit of gold. The pyre takes 1 damage, no big deal. And you get regeneration stacks. Yeah. Pyre took 2 damage because of the stupid passive thingy. But anyway, now what? Yeah, those enemies get wiped out. You restore some health. Okay, is it time to put you on the top floor? I think I want you to die on the bottom floor, and then I get 2 chances to summon you on the top floor before the end of the battle. Right, you don't die this turn, you die when Daedalus attacks. Oh, is this when I cast Bone Shine? Or is that kind of a greedy play? I think I need another regen stack just to be sure. I could just do the math, but I don't want to do the math. Like 9 damage. That's basically you've got 30 health. So 4 hits. 5, 6. 4 to kill this one, and then 2. This one survives the next 2. So this does 7 times about basically 60. So 420-ish damage, and then the top floor gets a chance. It's kind of sketchy. It wasn't exact. I rounded down a little bit, but it's like there's still like 150, 100-ish. Let's call it 150 damage. I still have to do somehow. Does this? This looks like a great turn. Like the next 6 cards. I think I can't lose. I just play the regenerations. Or I play 2 regenerations and I bring back the draft. Either way, it's winning. So I can just play the Bone Shine. Yeah. One less card to draw next battle. I mean, in theory, I could get an energy upgrade, and then that would be another 5. But it's pretty safe to play it right now, so I will. I thought, oh, my math was bad. Well, it's still fine because I think it's still fine. Yeah, that did it. That did it. But Iron Drop Cage. Look at that. 3 turns of days. I either bring back the draft or I don't bring back the draft. I just buff my champion. I think I like this better. It's a pretty good chance I would. Well, I would actually want. If I revive the wrong unit, it's really crappy. Like these would have no burnout stacks if I revived them next turn. But anyway, that's not happening because I win. I was doing pretty well, but that was still somewhat dangerous. It just didn't scale as quite as fast as I might have hoped. This, yeah, that's kind of. I kind of like this. It's early enough that this could take off. It's still really kind of dangerous. I think I'm gonna do it though. This is kind of nice. It costs 0. It can really come in clutch, or it might do nothing at all. But I think I would really like to scale. I don't know if I can mess around with any of this. I think I've got my hands full already. I've got enough to juggle here. Like, right? I just want to upgrade the units that I've already got. Is that crazy, or is that about right? Yeah, I think these just start stepping on each other's toes at this point. This one is just, I don't know, I like this one. I could just, like, sacrifice the champion and put regeneration on this guy. And that could be sort of hilarious. It might be hard to set up, though. Like, where do you put... Like, ideally you would like one unit to reap all of the benefits. But then that takes like 7 floor capacity to set up. I think that's too silly. I think I'm just gonna skip. Okay, so cultivating, multi-strike. What else was I gonna put on that floor? maybe this guy. I was gonna try to feed him some kills, but that's really awkward and sometimes hard to set up. 6 capacity seems pretty good though. Or if it's 6 capacity, but I put it on the shrunken floor, then 6 becomes the new 5, and I can set this one up as well as a worst case. But putting this one, I guess I decided to skip that wickless Baron or whatever. That's okay, I don't really need it. I just forgot that I had done that. 6 capacity looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know, I feel like I'm struggling with all 3. Now, is there a duplicate that really breaks the game open? This would be a really nice duplicate. Don't think I really need to though. Especially for the final boss, like duplicating the card that applies buffs. The end boss is gonna just really put a damper on that kind of setup. Okay, these are all fine. What do I do with multi-strike on this guy? It's pretty huge. This is also pretty huge. Am I trying to get gold, or do I want this guy to sort of... Like, you get to really... To make this guy really shine, you really have to put a lot of forethought into everything that you do. Like, in theory, this guy could earn you 40 gold every turn, which would be... that would be pretty cool, right? But... I think this guy... It's just too... It scales too much. I'm already doing fairly well with gold, but I can still try to farm gold. But look at that. I'm tempted to do this. It's double-edged. I mean, he burns out, but that's sort of a good thing. I just want to bring him back over and over again. So he scales throughout the battle, and he scales throughout the run. And that's pretty wild. I'm kind of scared. I don't know if it's actually going to work out. And this... I don't know if I really want the health upgrade. That's like kind of, I don't know, questionable here. Let's see, I've got higher health. I think I already did that. And the coins I already got. Yeah, I already clicked those. If I re-roll, what are the options, and are they all good for something right now? That's kind of the question. I mean, large stone would not be totally insane. It wouldn't really be the best. Quick would be eh. Oh, he's got 2 upgrades. I have to do somebody else now. Okay, you. You with a large stone would be sort of okay. Multi-strike would be sort of okay. Flat damage would actually be pretty good. A large stone would not be terrible, because these 3 with 6 capacity. Multi-strike would be a little bit overkill. I could throw a multi-strike on this guy and hope it works out. I think the flat health is kind of questionable. So am I going to want gold at the next ring? Not especially. It's more stuff that I've already got. Anything I get here Well, this is like a reroll that I don't have to pay for, which is pretty cool, but that's a hell vent. So, anything that's really cool to duplicate. Oh, the final boss is going to remove burnout stacks too, I believe. That could be scary. So what am I going to want to do? I think I'm going to want to get rid of my bad cards. I think I'm going to want to get rid of bad cards, so that means I get a free reroll that I don't have to pay for. So I save 60 gold by just waiting for the free reroll, and I just have to survive one more battle. Now, do I want to have to reform you, or do I just want you to sort of sit around and chill? Same thing with you. I mean, if these are on the same floor, having you die and come back might mean I get to put the wax on both of them at the same time, which is kind of cool. But you, I don't think I want to reform him. I think I've got my hands full already reforming the bounty stalker and the draft. So if he can be a little bit more self-sufficient, I think that's worth it. So do I do a purge? If I do a purge, then my next store is not quite so stellar. I think I'd do it because my free purge, I've still got 2 stewards. I'm behind on purges, but I'm ahead on gold, and I could possibly still get more. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, just keep doing more of the same. I mean, this one's a little more front-loaded. Do I want to just double down on the scaling? Card draw is also... I mean, it's card draw. It's 2 cards every turn. I think maybe Cultivate is just slightly weak because the extra cards are supposed to be balanced out somehow. Why is this hover here? That's like... Does that unit not exist unless you accept the trial? I do have 94 health, so having extra units on turn 1 might be okay. This one has haste, so it could really... The first and second floor would reach the top floor at the same time unless they somehow got killed on that turn. So that could be pretty wild. So what happens if these units get to the top floor? If he gets to the top floor, it takes 3 hits, maybe 4 hits. It's a little scary. I think I'm about to hit a Merchant of Steel, and I still want to have... I still want the gold. The other option is I play it slow and careful, and I try to use the... try to get the bonus money from the Paraffin Thug. Okay, those are not super strong. I can kill one right off the bat. Okay, sure. Oh, but then they just get the others just get stronger, so it just breaks even. Okay, so do I want 3 stacks to go onto the Bounty Stalker, or do I want the Bounty Stalker to actually kill some units on the first turn? I don't want him to kill these. I think I want him to chip away at the tank here. I would like to try to kill this marksman on the next turn. Might not even be possible. But yeah, have him use the stealth. He'll burn out this turn, and he'll deal 30 damage. So I don't know. That's still kind of tricky. It's a lot to break through. I could do this so he could, so I don't have to bring him back, so he'll be self-sufficient a little bit. Do I want him to attack next turn? It's gonna take. Oh, he's dies this turn either way. So never mind. Oh man, that looks a little scary, doesn't it? It'd be nice to have that spikes. The thing that gives me spikes, so I could kill them all this turn. If I kill one of these with a sting, then they all get stronger. If I just let them live, well, she's gonna kill one of them, but every unit that I kill makes them all do that much more damage to the pyre, so it's kind of not a great setup either way. Now the question is which one of these do I cast this turn? I think it has to be this one. Do I wait for the reshuffle before I get to play any of these other ones? That's kind of scary. Maybe not. I can wait one turn to summon that guy, but I think I need to. Oh, I need to scale this one. Like, why is this? Why am I even asking questions? This is just that was the right play. There was no question to ask here. Look at all that scaling. Like, what was I drunk? What was going on there? And that's 24 or however much health just gone in one blink of the eye. Alright, okay, now what? I guess I drip fall. Yeah. That's okay, that's a happy pyre. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't get any more gold here, but it's unless, how much damage is that? I need to do another 75. That is not 75, but it's something. Okay, this unit needs to die so he can be good later. These units, I don't know what's their deal. I'm just regeneration. Okay, and there you. That's pretty good timing for that, I guess. I guess the attack damage scales better than the spikes. Yeah, probably. I think so. It's pretty close because this is spikes and attack, but this is 3 attacks. Multiple units hit this unit, but the number of cases where it actually ends up making a difference is larger here. So this is the only one where it really makes a big difference. Oh, this one would have been killed by spikes, but now it isn't. Oh, that's kind of annoying. That's just 1 damage. So my pyre is taking another, what, that's 2 hits would be 60. Oh, it's 3 hits. So another 18, 19. Well, that kind of sucks, but I'm scaling. It's a lot of ups and downs here. Do I want to kill that one in the back to help out the pyre a little bit? Or do I want to put one more stack? I don't think I'm too worried about the boss fight. Am I? I might be. She's not doing super well. She's not scaling fast enough. Where do you go? Can you actually help? I can I can give you a lot of burnout duration. It's just there's no front line here. Yeah, let's save the pyre. The other option is I could just put more restore stacks for the boss fight. That should help the pyre just a little bit, not very much. And now what happens? This one, it's another 3 hits. Kind of sad. All right. Okay, I guess let's give you all the burnout stacks and chump blocker. Unless, what am I drawing next turn? Any chump blockers? No, not really. Yeah. That's... This might actually get me halfway there. That's nothing to sneeze at. It's better if I get... If the bounty hunter dies, but does a lot of good work. That would be actually the best case here. Oh, it has haste. Holy shit. I have no way of killing that backline. That's a problem. Ouch. And if I... Wow. The only thing I can do is I can just send my own unit. If I do that, he's dazed for the first turn. So he gets hit twice before he gets to do anything. He still gets 1 turn, but that's pretty bad. Stupid haste. I can't hit the back line. It's just, I've only got like 1 spell in my whole deck that does that, and I didn't draw it this turn. I could do it anyway. There's no other good option. I mean, this is clearly necessary, and then I want him to get not a revenge stack, but I want him to get a extinguish stack. He does he gets 1 more turn to wail on the boss if I do that. Okay, it's bad, but it's not terrible. And I think we win. Yeah, so it didn't. Yeah, so that was actually splitting hairs. Like the pyre did not take any additional damage. I got an extinguish stack. Anything else was just style points. So I should be pretty content here. Okay. Another one of those. This one still costs 3. I'd rather duplicate the one that I already have. This is kind of questionable. This costs 0, which is, I mean, it's nice that it costs 0, but does that mean I actually want it? Sometimes yes, sometimes not at all. I don't know. It looks so good, but then it's like, is it actually good? This is just so expensive. I don't know why it's that expensive. I don't know, what if that's a trap? What if it's just making my deck bigger? But then what? Then am I just a chump? I think I skip. I just want to have some stuff that I just want to draw in more often. This is kind of alright. It's 1 extra energy for 10 extra damage. I could take an energy upgrade later, it's just I can't right away. This sometimes matters. I don't even remember what statuses count as buffs and debuffs and which ones don't. Like, I think haste and spike, or like the auras, maybe. I think haste maybe counts, I'm not sure. I can never remember what's what. This might be better, but I like never remember how it works exactly. I don't know. How much of this do I really need? Probably a lot. I don't know. I'll take it. Yeah, these, the pyre health and the duplicate, is it really that good? The duplicate's not that good. The pyre health is pretty tempting. The purge is pretty nice. These are, maybe I take these next time. But then this is also a Merchant of Steel. I would like to take these 3 like right now, maybe. But then I don't know. Maybe the relic helps. Can I get by on 23 though? I mean, if I heal now, but then I need to purge next time and I never hit a Merchant of Steel. So if I purge, then it's anytime I purge, I don't get to heal. I think the relic is just gotta know what's there. That's pretty good. Yeah. This is not applicable at all. This one's really good. I don't know, this is the 5th ring. Like, if I could have gotten that combination earlier, it would have been a lot better. But it's fine. Okay, stewards, you've become totally dead cards at this point. Endless? That's a silly one. I don't know. I mean, it's something I don't have to reform it if it's endless. It's like a very self-sufficient sort of thing. But I just took yet another reform card. I think I hit another Merchant of Steel because I'm gonna really want the pyre health. So it's like I do get another free reroll, but what do I want right now? I think I want some damage. Just front load some damage. Like no more nonsense. I mean, with cultivating, that's just right now it's 5 stacks of, that's 5 turns worth of cultivating, 3 turns or 3 procs worth. after the final upgrade. So that's not super huge, but it's something. I could do the health. I could do health and damage. It's not ridiculous, is it? If I did health and damage, then it'd be pretty mediocre, but it would be more self-sufficient, maybe. Like, I don't really want to have to bring this one back. I don't know. Like, if it gets killed by a sweeping unit, then that's a whole turn where I'm just missing a lot of DPS. That's kind of scary. And it's okay. Let's just. I found that was kind of questionable. I wasn't totally sold on what I was doing there, but I'm almost tempted to do this. What's the alternative? Multi-strike, and then I have to revive him if he dies. I've already got 2 units that I have to, well, maybe possibly even 3 that are competing for reforms. The thing is that with Endless, it still costs 1 energy. The reforms also cost 1 energy each. Just what's the competing upgrade? Like a multi-strike? Multi-strike, which also scales if I happen to reform. Do I just want to do a reform party? My champion is giving me free draws, so maybe I just take more energy. Maybe like maybe the second relic is an energy relic. My champion just draws a bunch and I just try to reform for days. So maybe I don't use Endless. I've taken a lot of higher damage by taking all these challenges, so let's just fish for the good upgrades. That one's kind of interesting. I think I like it here, maybe? Give this guy a little bit of help getting the ball rolling. Like, if I play on the top floor in turn 1, then he actually gets to attack once before the first time I have to bring him back. It's just, I mean, that's just one less time I have to reform this character, and that's pretty cool. Large stone. I mean, look at that. That's a lot of reform stacks that I don't have to screw around with. So it's nice that he has 1 capacity, but now he's actually doing something. I think I like this. Don't know if I love it, but it's fine. Do I just hope for multi-strike? I think I just leave him alone. I hope for multi-strike if I reform him if I have to. I think I leave that alone. Let's see what's next. I could lose here. Sweeper boss and lifesteal. Okay, that's actually really scary right now. How do I keep how does my backline survive this nonsense? I think I just might lose. I don't think I had a plan for this boss. Like, does anything even... I don't know. Like, if I get tons and tons of stacks, then my backline gets a little bit stronger. It's only 9 damage per hit, but he heals himself. The first 10 hits he heals. Like, he needs to waste his lifesteal stacks on like 3 different floors. It's just, this is going to be pretty wild. I don't like it. With spell shield, is spell shield going to ruin me? I don't know. Challenges are really bad. I don't want to get... I only have like 1 or 2 damage spells. But yeah, 2 stings and an upgraded glimmer. So maybe this challenge is irrelevant, but then again, it's only 23 pyre health, and I shouldn't screw around anymore. I've taken a lot of challenges. I've got other ways of getting gold. get started on floor 1? Wait for floor 3. What do we do? Yeah, we need to be aggressive. We need to make sure that they die, so... we don't want them to get to the top floor and then have to panic later. Okay, so how are we doing this? Yeah, it's bonus gold is good. Bonus gold is good. So that's already however much the cherub gave me, plus another 20, and then with more to come, probably. Okay, so who do I put on this floor? I could put you on this floor, and maybe next turn I draw my drippings. Do I just want this floor to scale later, or do I want it to scale now? I could let this one die, then I could bring it back, but then I would have to reshuffle before I get to use these. There's a pretty good chance that this unit gets to be permanent if I play it now. Like, the only way it burns out is if I don't draw any drippings next turn. Same thing with this guy, but I want this one to die. It's not. It's slightly stronger, but it's not. It still needs to scale. It still needs to perma scale. So you go here. Do I want to reform this one? It seems like a pretty risky game trying to reform this one and then put the extra burnout stacks on. I don't know if I can actually make that work right now. I guess I can go for it. I've got like, all this bonus draw. So let's, next turn that unit can, yeah, next turn he can attack this unit. And the thug can hit this one. So that's pretty decent, I guess. Slightly greedy, but it's definitely gold optimal if, you know, assuming that I do manage to survive. Okay, now that's... Oh, the frontliner is soaking up a lot. Then 3 units are going to sneak by. Okay, how's this going to work? You are in trouble. Maybe I just let this unit die. You get to kill something next turn, and then you burn out again. So that's fine. I would like to... So which one am I going to put on the bottom floor? It's getting late enough that maybe I just put this one down on the bottom floor after it burns out again. So I don't play this at all, I don't think. Now, do I kill them all? Or I think I can... what do I think? I don't know. This unit's going to die next turn. They each hit the pyre for like 4 damage each, and if I don't get anything good, so I do need to destroy these. It's just a little tricky. Spikes are a little bit of a problem because this one attacks, the spikes kills it, and then they keep getting stronger with each attack. So right now this is a little slightly double-edged. I could put that on the back. and then its spikes will kick in against the boss, but I don't know, don't really like it. I think I just need to... I don't know. I think the boss of this ring is a problem. And I haven't solved it yet. Who am I going to bring back? It's the giraffe. Yeah, that's probably worth it, but I still need this. Maybe spikes are how I win? I don't think I have enough regen to just win off of the spikes. Are those dying yet? No, they're not. How do I... Do I just not win this round? Let's see. I could sharpen something. I could reform something. I could do the lesser reform or the greater reform. How much burnout? Just 2. 2 is a bad number because it won't die fast enough. I think I want that unit on the bottom floor. It has 50 health and then some, so it's actually looking pretty good on the bottom floor. Instead of, yeah, that one's can't. The final boss, the boss of this ring has sweeping, so this one is going to be useless. So what I think I really want a strong giraffe on the bottom floor. I think that's how I have to do it. And those three are a problem. They're not lethal, but they're pretty annoying. I guess that takes care of it. Okay, that's fine. And then next turn, they don't even get to hit the pyre because it's a boss round. So I guess my best chances are maybe this. Do I have any spikes? I have no spikes. So this could get pretty awkward. Yeah, this could get really awkward. Okay, we win. How do we win? I guess she's got pretty good health. Yeah, both of these have 50 something. So that's like... Yeah, so that's like 200 or 300 damage per turn, and they get 4 turns of that. That adds up, so that's good. If only there was some way to get one more stack on this guy on the way out. It's not going to happen. He's got stealth. He's too stealthy. Oh well, that's... That would have been... Yeah, I think the large stone on the draft helped a lot. This would have been a really close call, otherwise. Could have gone either way. I don't know. There have been times I should have cast this, but it's not going to do anything at all against the final Seraph. This is... I just don't have enough capacity for that. I think that's just screwing around too much. And this, I already have... That would just put me over the maximum card draw in some situations. I think I should just stick with what I've already got. It's a little too late to be scaling like that. I don't know if I really need another one of these. I think I just need to just get rid of the cards that I already don't need. 3 stacks of days could make a huge difference. It's just you have to set it up. You have to, like, if you want to use this on the boss, you need to have like an extra floor just to do a little bit of chip damage, and then you cast this the next turn. But then you need like a permafrost. I'm pretty sure I'm not getting the Merchant of Magic just yet. Then the next one after that, it's kind of negotiable. Maybe I do hit a Merchant of Magic before the end boss at some point, like one of these last two. I don't know, if I permafrost this, this could be really important if I permafrost it. And then -1 cost. But then again, maybe I just want to duplicate the Dripfall, because the Dripfall applies 3 days. That's what I really want here. What was I doing here? I think I already did the purge. I'm a lot of stewards. I would like to get rid of more garbage. But I think I'm kind of worried about Pyre health right now. Spell upgrades. I think I was just saying that which minus cost would be good there, maybe. Remove consume on one of these would be kind of nice. I don't know, I'm not super feeling the spell upgrades, I guess. Removing spells could be really good. I would like to remove spells, I just don't know when's the best time. It's like constantly being pitted something against something else that I kind of want as well. Unit upgrades. Is there anything left to upgrade? Just this Paraffin Thug. So the Merchant of Steel is kind of a dud. The gold is kind of overkill. I could hit a Merchant of Trinkets. I kind of like the Merchant of Trinkets. I just need to have a really good Daedalus, or not Daedalus, but who is this? Arcus, the Darkness Incarnate. If I can survive with a ton of gold, maybe I like waiting. Next turn I hit Unstable Vortex and Merchant of Trinkets. But if I skip if I skip this one, I think it's relatively safe, and then the payout is potentially really good. Okay, the Paraffin Thug, last time he was mostly just sort of hanging out by himself. Do I fish for a multi-strike? I don't think so. I think I think multi-strike, fishing for that, like, it might not even happen. Maybe that's too greedy. I think I just want him to sort of fend for himself. Maybe he tanks for the... Maybe there's a floor that's just him and the Bounty Stalker. Maybe late game, maybe that's one of my floors. And then that's it, they're all full. I could purge something. I think I hoard gold to buy relics. I'm kind of excited about that. Let's see if it actually happens. I have to beat this boss. So the rally is really, really annoying because this is a reform deck. And those are both annoying for different reasons. So that one's, the triangle hates spells, the cube hates summons. Okay. Okay, that's the one that hates summons. Oh, what was my plan? I wanted to do middle floor because I wanted to descend. I don't. That's not. I don't know. I don't draw that card very often. I've only got one copy. So middle floors, it sort of has problems. I guess that's fine. These are doing nothing. So he has to survive. If anybody is, if I need, if there's anybody really weak on the top floor, I can drop them down to get the gold on the next turn if it works out that way. So maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, but if it does happen, that's nice low-hanging fruit. This is spells. Okay, perfect. That's a good turn for that. This whole, I don't want to wipe out the whole floor though, right? I want revenge procs on the top floor. So let's just do some damage on the bottom floor, and then, oh nice, he's really, look at that, he's scaling. He is not playing around. This might be a viable run. It's looking alright. Don't want to get too hasty, but like we can get a flawless and some bonus gold, and then if we can buy like 2 good relics on the next floor, like that's a delicate sequence of events, but it's possible. It's very possible. Okay, this floor I'm leaving alone because I don't want to daze anybody. Hold on to that for later, or is it just garbage that I want to be rid of? I have to decide. Oh, that one has an can't. That's annoying. Okay, whatever. And I let these live because I want the Paraffin Thug to get fed. And I want them to hit the Sentient. So, regen stacks. I can't, there's no good spell for this. I don't want to kill that, I don't want to kill that, and I 10 armor, it's harmless to cast it here, and just self-negating, so that's fine, okay. So, we're good here. I want this unit to die at least one more time, so I do not put the dripping, I don't put the extra wax on, I just leave it alone. Do I want the extra regen stack? Probably. Yeah, I think so. Like, it's already got 4 stacks, I just want it, if it's not going to reach 0, then I just want it to keep trending upward. Okay, now what? Do I put you on the top floor and then fish for the wax, or do I want you to be the boss killer? Like, who goes on the top floor? I mean, we've got like 2 different places that they're almost 2 slots. They're kind of interchangeable, and they're both. They both do a pretty legitimately good job in either position, I think. I just don't want to cast spells on that floor. That would be kind of weird. Which one? Which one? Okay, I think we're not really too concerned about I don't know, unless somehow they end up in the back line. They have not been slipping through so far, though. But just in case. Just in case it looks like these guys are going to slip through, I want to have spikes on the front line here. And then what? None of these? This one, I do want to cast this one. Okay. So either here, maybe? I don't want to kill that one, because I want it to hit this one. Okay, it's probably not super important, but it's about right. So I like that. What do I do now? Do I want this one to just last the rest of the battle? Or do I want to try to shuffle things around? This one's gonna daze everybody. That's kind of, I don't like that very much, but I don't know, what can I do? Are you just gonna wipe out this whole floor? One of them is gonna slip through. Okay, you've only got 20 health, so 3 waves remaining. Maybe I let them both burn out, and I try to summon them one more time before I don't know, it's kind of a gamble, but I don't think I want to waste on this one that's weaker. I think I really want this one to get this spot, or maybe this one as a last resort. I think I have to be a little bit greedy. This is probably a little bit stronger than the last one. It's like almost 2,000 health. Okay. Don't want to cast spells. Okay. I can cast spells here, though. This one. What are the other options? Nothing too good. Yeah. Okay. Is this one gonna burn out yet? Not yet. Yeah, whatever. For the card draw, I'll do that, and then now what? Yeah, I'll just let those burn out. The top floor, you're not really scaling that well. I think I've been killing them before they get to the top floor pretty often. But this one's gonna die. If I can get you on the top floor with extra burnout stacks, then I think we win. We might win even if that doesn't happen, but that would be like, I think that would be a pretty solid, definite win. 9 regen stacks means that this one's going to scale up another 18. Assuming it can survive that many hits, roughly. Oh, there it is. Yeah, look at that. The only problem is now he's probably not gonna get another extinguish proc, but that's a first world problem, I guess you could say. I could put, no. Dazed wouldn't do anything because this one's just going to burn out. It's not actually being killed. And then that would buy 2 turns for this guy, which would be almost nothing. I think this is more powerful. Oh, nice. I get to bring the draft back. I don't see why not. That seems pretty strong. Oh, I should have used that one. Eh. I guess more restores. Pretty comparable. Oh, look at that. That's like my B team. My B team is doing pretty good work all by themselves. And now, well, we had to work for it. We definitely had to work for it. It'll look a little bit better when I'm fully powered, but look at that. So how many more hits could I survive? Another 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more hits would kill the front line. And it would get to attack that many more times for about 1,000 more health. And then it would be killed on the hit after that. So this is, you know, it's roughly thereabouts. So roughly I could have done about 3,000. So we're getting there. We just just hope that these next few relics take us to the next level. I guess we can only buy 1. We can re-roll and then we can buy 1 relic, I think is where we're at. I don't think I want any of these exactly, except for this one. It's a little bit late for that. Like, this could really hyperscale the, it could really hyperscale if I'd gotten this combo, like, on ring 3 or 4, or maybe even ring 5. It could really hyperscale this, but I've only got 2 battles left in the entire run. So for something that's so slow, and ideally you would like this to cost, you know, you want to reduce the cost. Maybe you'd put holdover on it. I mean, I could pivot. I could just decide, oh hey, wait a second, I'm doing Merchant of Magic. I could put holdover on this. I could scale up my Bounty Stalker, try to get him to, like, super duper powerful. I think it's just really late in the run for that, though. That's like a really strong combo, but this is a bad time for it. Like, this is like, these last 2 battles are going to be intense, and I don't have extra resources for screwing around and getting greedy. I think I need to dump everything into just winning right now. So it's a nice little combo. It's just not, now it's not the time for it. It's too late. It just, I don't know. It just really torments me. Like why does it have to be like this? I'm just really anxious about clicking skip here, but I did it. Let's see, capacity. I think I'm fine for capacity, and card draw. I think I'm fine. I mean, energy hasn't been too bad. Energy has not been super bad either. Like, but do I really need any more card draw? I'm about to upgrade the champion to get more card draw, so maybe. Yeah, I don't know. 3 energy is kind of not a lot. Not sure what I'm doing with the 4th energy, but every once in a while I just toss 1 card. Like I could purge some stuff that costs 0 if it's doesn't seem to be helping. I have some options. Concealed caverns first. I don't see. Is there anything that could happen that could change my mind about what to do with everything else? I think concealed caverns. Like sometimes you get to purge something for free, or you get to upgrade something. I don't know. Okay, what do these do? Multi-strike and fragile, I think, is one of possibility, or maybe you get like a bunch of armor. Umbra, do you get like some stupid morsels? Like that's kind of not too excited about that. And then Stygian Guard might be weird. It might get something stupid like spell weakness. I'm not sure I like any of these, but what do the spikes do? This like you might get like the sap spike, the one that does like what is it? Sap lowers their strength. I don't know if any of these really change the game that much, but I think you get the option to take gold instead, even if you don't like it. Imp in a box. That is... I don't think... No, that's like floor capacity that I don't have. It's just kind of random and stupid. Don't think I need that. I don't think I need this either. Like if units die before they... I need the revenge procs, so this could actually actively work against me. Magic power is probably also not how I'm winning here. I don't think any of these are working for me. That's not great. This is okay. This is like inconsistent, but sometimes it's rather good. I don't have a ton of spikes either. These are just not great. If I carry over money a little bit, I could just not take the super hard challenge. And then I might still be able to afford a relic, especially if I get bonus money. So what's really holding me back? The thorn, or the stings are sort of... I don't know, stings are kind of iffy. These weaker restores are sort of iffy, but I've only got one copy of Awake. Sharpen, I kind of need to cast it once just to stop backliners from making it to the pyre. Like, what's actually holding me back right now? I don't even know. These are mostly cards that like have a purpose, but some of these there are better versions. Like there's a better version of Restore. There's like a better version of Primitive Mold. So if I purge one of each, then the rest of it is more consistent. A Glimmer is a kind of an issue. Do I want the option of wiping out the backline just for like emergencies? I think maybe I do. If I get rid of two of these, then I don't know. That helps me draw this one more often, but not that much more often. I've still got a lot of cards to get through. Sting sort of slows me down, but not really. Like your first shuffle, it slows you down a bit, but your second shuffle, you're drawing more cards because of the stings that you already played, and it kind of smooths out a bit. I mean, I don't know, Glimmer is kind of sketchy, but I upgraded it once. Sometimes it helps, like sometimes you just want to top off a room because you don't want to, like maybe your Paraffin Thug, you don't want to reform it again. I could go harder on the reforms though. I could let units die more often if I get rid of everything except for the reforms. That sounds kind of weird, but I might. Not that's gotta get rid of this one. Okay. I don't know. It seems a little weird, but the fight the number of waves is increasing, and I'm drawing more cards. So I think if the rest of my deck is that much more consistent. Then maybe it's fine. 400 coins for 2 spell shields. Do I even... Like, I've got 2 stings. My pyre is a little bit healthier now. Like, am I really worried about my 2 stings being useless? I mean, they're already useless, right? They do 10 damage. I think we go big here. $5, $10, $15, $25. Oh, that's the small floor. I would like this to be on a big floor. Are we just doing the same thing again? Let's see, do I want to go on the second floor or the top floor? Okay, you can play goalkeeper, I guess. Except a lot of stuff is not going to make it through if I use Sharpen here, but it's safer for the Pyre. I just did the gold challenge, so I think the Paraffin Thug getting gold stacks is not as important as it could be. Like, in theory, I could always find ways to spend the extra money on, like, an extra purge or a questionable artifact. That's just all in theory. Like, it probably doesn't really help that much. Them diminishing returns or whatever. Okay, Bounty Stalker? This floor or the bottom floor? He kills the cherub if I play him now. It's just... What's my plan for killing that one? Do I have a... I think that'll be fine. Like, the goalkeeper can deal with it. That is a dead cherub. Alright, so regen. What are the alternatives? Are there alternatives here? Not really. Oh, you're taking some damage there. Oh well, that'll be fine though, I think. Yeah, well, yeah, they're starting to hit hard. It's going to take a lot of regen stacks to actually make this sustainable. That could be a problem. I don't want to have to reform this unit, but let's see what happens. Okay, we need more damage. Do we just bring back the... Could bring back the bounty stalker. Do we want to put you down? That no, we want them. We want these to die next turn, not next. Not this turn. We want them to die here. I could use the Hallowed drippings, but I'm a little paranoid. I would like if I have to use them on the champion, I would like it to actually be available when the time comes. This unit, I want you to burn out, I guess. Did I just put you on the top floor? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Okay, regen stacks. Gotta work harder. We're getting there. We're getting there. We've got a thin deck. We got a lot of card draw. Oh, I see that. That 30 up front is actually. I used to think that was like, so what? Why does it cost 3? But that 30 up front is actually, at this stage of the game, is actually making a pretty big difference. So I'm trying to scale up to 30 per turn, but this by itself does another 30, just sort of front loaded. So I see. For the boss fight, you really want to have a big stack, but while you're scaling up, that front loaded chunk is actually, I'm starting to appreciate it. Okay, what do I do with these? Nothing. I think I'm fine. I don't need to daze them. I don't need to cast Sting. Well, for the card draw, of course, but yeah, just keep going. Oh, my unit's just burned out. Is now the turn? Yeah, there's this wave. There's two waves after this one. It only takes 2 turns to draw my whole deck, so I think I'm doing okay here. Ooh, do I let the goalkeeper take that one? That's exciting. It's a little bit of gold. Let's just cast here. Oh, it has spell shield. I don't even get to choose. Okay, that's fine. Do the spikes on one of these two. Let's see how much energy. Not a lot. Oh. I have to decide. I think restore is important. Okay, so the 2 reforms, that's all I can afford right now. Now, do I want to get greedy? Is this one already big enough, or do I want to try to recycle that one more time? I think maybe a little bit safe. Like, one more time would be kind of... It's probably achievable, but it's just 8 more damage. It's already getting up there. I mean, we should just win, right? Am I crazy? This is weird that I'm thinking about doing this. Well, there's 2 more waves, so it's not going to die right away. So it doesn't die. It does not die this turn. It's 3 stacks of burnout. Might not even die next turn. If it dies on the turn that the boss appears, then the next turn I might fail to draw it, and then I'm just kind of screwed. I think the safe play is better here. Then what do I do with you? It doesn't really matter. I can let you hang out up here, maybe. Alright, this is... Alright, 10 turns of, like, 400 damage. I'm pretty sure that he just needs a tank and he kills the boss already. Yeah, that one, that Seraph Clint's removing the regeneration stacks is going to be a real pain in the butt. We're going to think pretty hard about how do we actually beat the Seraph. Like, not all of our strategy super duper depends on this, but it's a pretty big chunk of our strategy right now. And oh, what is this? A trample? What doesn't trample is not a big deal. That's only if your front line is weak. Usually, trample is on bosses is kind of irrelevant. It's like after they get through your front line, if your back line is squishy, they can kill all of your back line in one hit, possibly. That's the case where trample is a problem. Anything else worth casting this one? And then... Sure, we could daze, I guess. Something like that is probably optimal. Yet the alternative was another 10 damage on this unit that's just not doing anything. I don't know, I probably could have been a little bit greedier with the bounty stalker. I hope it doesn't end up mattering. These are just... I don't think this sometimes ensnare comes in pretty clutch. Focus growth. I've been having healing problems. And the Seraph is going to interfere with my game plan a bit. I could even duplicate focused growth if I wanted to. I could unstable vortex to get rid of... The alternative is Merchant of Magic. Like, the Pyre remains is sort of nice. I think I've got enough gold already. If I upgrade spells, what am I upgrading? Anything that's really needs an upgrade? Like, do I really need... I could remove Consume on the Hallowed Drippings. I don't know if that's super important. I just need to cast it real quick. I mean, if I make the top floor my kill floor, then it's easier to guarantee that I set up my combo at the right time. Like, what I don't want is I don't want the Seraph to cleanse half of my burnout stacks, but if I keep my deck slim, and if in particular, if I'm drawing extra cards, maybe it's less of a problem. So maybe I remove 2 cards. Merchant of Steel is not really doing anything, but this card duplication, on the other hand, could be a big deal. Remove the basic restores, and then I duplicate the good one. And this is like a drawing engine. I mean, I would like this to cost 1, but it doesn't have to. I think this saves my champion sometimes. Or do I mean, does duplicating... Maybe duplicating Awake is how I save the champion. But maybe some turns it's really extreme, and I do both. I mean, I like drawing more cards, I guess. It's just I don't like paying 2 energy for it. I need to sort this out now. Like, how do I do all this? Like, if I'm not like here are some cards that cost 2. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe Sharpen is garbage now because it's the cleanse Seraph. Then again, maybe it kills the back line. It costs 2 and it gets removed. Maybe it's just unreliable. If I duplicate Awake, I can definitely get rid of 2 restores, I think. And then this one, it draws 2 cards. I think I'm doing it. I don't know, is this messing around? It doesn't seem great. I don't know if this really helps. Stealth isn't super great because I want the Cultivate stacks. I don't know if that's really my win condition right now. Oh man, what am I doing? I think I'm skipping. So what did I... Yeah, there's the duplicate. I think Awake, yeah, it costs 1, it heals 30. And it gives so many regen stacks. I think I have to duplicate this. I'm really duplicating. Sometimes I confuse Purge with Duplicate. I forget which one I'm on, and then bad things happen. And it completely ruins the run. So that's really a duplicate. And this is a purge. So what am I purging? Spikes are kind of pointless, but at least they cost 0. I've got these 2. I think the whole point is I'm getting rid of these basic restores, or maybe even the Sharpen. The Sharpen... Sharpen is negotiable. Like, sometimes I want the back line to just blow up for me without extra effort. I don't want the back line to make it to the pyre, and sometimes that does that. If I have to recast it, though, it becomes a problem, because it costs a lot right now. It's just Restore is looking kind of like garbage right now. I mean, either way, they're probably just spells that I don't get to cast because I just got a decent one that costs 2. When you play a unit, a random card in hand costs 0. Okay, these are fine. These are sort of fine. I've got a lot of gold, but how many? I think I get some really good early turns, and then I have Reform. This means I get to replay Sharpen without having to worry about it. I think Slicker is still good here. Like, I don't have a ton of expensive spells, but it's just such a good spell. Upgraded Stings is sort of Is it so good that, like, if I reroll, I might be able to afford both of them, and I think that's more appealing than a guaranteed plus 10 damage on. That's like 20 damage per shuffle, and it goes through shields. So, How often do you have like frontline enemies with shields, but not very much health? I don't think this saves us very often. And I don't have a ton of consume spells either. I do not. So these are, I think, a chance at buying 2 He's a lot better. It depends. If they're both, if two good ones are both expensive, then I won't be able to. But there's a chance I might be able to afford two here. That could save the run in like edge cases. This has a chance to save the run. I don't think I have any X cards, so maybe this is an easy choice. I have no X. This is not eligible, and this adds up to 450. Oh, I can't do both. Ooh, okay. So which one saves the run, if anything? Maybe nothing saves the run. Maybe everything's either. Maybe I already won, or maybe not. I mean, the backline hits the spikes a lot of the time. I think a lot of time the backline just suicides on the spikes. And so the distinction between frontline and backline might be kind of moot. Is that really good reasoning, though? I mean, sometimes this is really good. How hard is it to keep my front line alive? Like, I don't want the champion to die at all. Being able to hit the back line could come in kind of clutch. You know, like you kill one of the backliners with like a multi-striker, and then you get to hit something else, and that's kind of cool and all. I don't know. I don't know. It's both kind of, they're both kind of sketchy. Neither one of these are super high quality finds here, I don't think. It's a tough call. It's like both of these kind of are dealing with the same problem, kind of. It's like enemies sneak through. Is that a bad thing? How do we deal with it if they do? I think this kills things really early on, and then I don't get cultivating stacks, and then I'm really sad. But then again, maybe it's that stupid Ember Drain monster. Like, if I don't want them hitting, I don't want the Ember Drain to eat up my whole Ember supply. If I can kill those early, that might be good. If they get to my pyre, then this becomes more powerful. It's just, I'm 5 short of getting both. It's just, that's infuriating. That's like, it's just coin toss time. Which one's better? It's really close. Oh my god, why is this so hard? What else can I do here? I think I have literally no open spaces for this. Okay. All I can do is purge a card. I can purge this. If I do this, I think I can probably purge 2 cards if I get this one. Maybe that's the tiebreaker. Or maybe, oh, maybe I did the math wrong. I don't even, how much is the next one? Is it 130 or is it going to be like 140 or something stupid? I'm probably cursed either way. Let's get rid of you. Yeah, I was never going to be able to afford it. It was 180. It increases very rapidly, apparently. Okay. Alright, YOLO? Yeah, I guess YOLO. Oh, yeah, okay, it's not random, it's always, there's no, Final Seraph there's no random effects, it's just the one that's always there. Alright, this floor is the small floor, do I do the bottom floor? I think I want the top floor, because, yeah, I want to play mini games with the regen stacks, so I want to have a couple of turns for him to not cleanse me anymore. When he stops cleansing you, you get 2 turns. When he's down here, and when he invades, and then he invades again, he doesn't do the cleanse thing anymore. Those are 2 turns when you get to cast regen over and over again. So the top floor is I want to be like super good. Yes, let's... Wait, I don't even need the gold. This is just stupid, but it doesn't hurt. Okay. Well, it's a gold that I can take with me to hell when I die, I guess. Oh, he can't Ember Drain you if he's dead, so... Bounty Stalker, doing some Bounty Stalker things. It's pretty cool, right? Spikes? Well, the spikes are just gonna get erased. Eventually. I would like to be able to kill these, though. So how does this even work? Like, how do I even... Like, if I kick this guy down a floor, he's just gonna block for the next floor. It's kind of awkward. I would like to just kill these, but how does that work? How are you gonna kill things? You're not killing fast enough. Let's just... Yeah, let's kick you down a floor. This isn't going super well right now. Does the sting make a difference no matter where I play it? I want to draw the cards, but I don't want to... I don't want to kill the unit that's going to give me stacks, so let's just hit that one. Card draw, card draw. You're kind of decent, but maybe I just want you out of my deck regardless. I mean, like, this one's not that bad because it heals 22. But that's okay. I have 2 copies of a better spell. Oh, I should have done Sharpen, probably. That might be a minor misplay. Like, I don't want to save scum and restart the battle. Like, that's one thing you can't do. If you go to the main menu, you can restart the battle. And sometimes that can make a big difference, but I, don't like doing it unless I absolutely have to. Now, do I cast this twice, or do I cast this one, or what do I do? Oh, I could cast these 2. Like, are the regen stacks that important right now? Probably not. I need to deal more damage. I'm not doing enough damage at all. Which floor do I want to do more damage? This one? Yeah, kinda. You're dead. I could save you. Or I could just bring you back next turn, but if you killed this one, yeah, that would actually be pretty good. So, heal, recall, then summon. Let's see, if I summon you, what do you do? Do you just die? Well, I think I like you anyway. Oh, that's right, when I summon, something costs 0, so that's interesting. Do I want this one to cost 0? What am I trying to cast here? I want to cast this one and this one, but I can't either way. It doesn't really matter. If I cast this one, there's a chance I get to cast this one, but that's not reliable. Yeah, let's have you kill that one, and then you can kill both of them? Just one of them. One of them is good, because the other one will hit my... I'll get revenge stacks. So that's fine. That's pretty good, actually. This is a little bit stressful because Seraph the Chase is kind of tricky with this kind of setup. Like, I want to put a ton of... I want this guy to be on the top floor with a ton of burnout stacks, but this guy... This is a consumable, so I can only do it once. I can get 10 stacks, and then I lose 1 per turn, and then this guy can remove half of them. So I have to wait until basically the very end, but then I don't want to screw up my card draw. So how are we doing here? We're doing fine, I guess. Okay, you end up dying. These are... eh. Sting doesn't really make a difference on this floor. Maybe it might make a difference here. I guess we'll find out. Do I sharpen you? Or do I sharpen the back line? Because you do the real damage, I guess. Like, are the spikes actually going to do the work here? Probably not. I don't know. It's just the attack damage cannot be cleansed. That's like different. Like that's like actually. It's not a status. It's just your number got bigger. But spikes is like a special status that can be cleansed by the cleansing Seraph. So it's a little bit subtle, but very important here. So putting the spikes here is temporary. Putting the damage here is persistent. And all my units are dead. I can draw 9 cards. They're all wiped out, so that's good. If I'm gonna summon things, I can do it now to get the flickers proc. I guess I might as well. Alright, I don't want you on the top floor, because you're not my strongest. But where do I put you? Where do you survive? You can survive this. Well, I want this unit to be dead. I don't want Ember Drain. Okay, I'm guaranteed to draw the... How strong is he? Strong enough? He's got stealth, so if I put him on the second floor all by himself, then on this turn he does not get hit for the Ember Drain whatsoever, which is really cool. So I'll put you down here. You're not who I wanted, but I'll put you... You're gonna burn out regardless, so I'll let you block. And finally, a lot of stuff costing 0. Here we go. So he's got stealth. He kills those two. We're looking fine, I guess. Restoration. We get to draw a bunch of cards. More restoration, and then spiky spike. I could even daze one of these if I wanted to. I don't know which. Maybe I don't want to. Next turn, I guess... Do I want him to die next turn or not? Because if I let these through, then this one dies next turn. If I don't, then he kills them and he dies, like... the turn after next. Okay, let's daze. Let's daze that one. I guess I'm convinced that works, I guess. he summoned. He created a new one. He's creating new ones just to be a dick bag. It's not over yet. If I summon you to the front line, then is that what I want to do? Or maybe I just want him to die. I don't know. He could die with two. He'll die next turn. He'll die not with 2 waves remaining, with 1 wave remaining. So next turn's a better time for him to die. So let's keep at it. Okay, that one costs 0. It doesn't really matter. It always costs 0. If those go up a floor, then I'm fine. I can heal it. This guy's kind of a dick bag. I don't want it. He's the Ember Drain, so I daze this one. Because he's a dick bag. And sure, spikes for card draw. I mean, I can still screw up the card draw and fail to get... I need to get the Bounty Hunter, or the Bounty Stalker, up here in the back line with a lot of burnout stacks. Okay, so this turn, the Bounty Stalker attacks, and then he dies. Next turn, hopefully, I reform, and he starts with a couple of base stacks. He'll be up to 3 stacks of burnout. Just sort of base. And so I'll have a couple turns where I'll probably draw the Hallowed Drippings and everything. Get all the stacks, get going. I think it's fine. What can I cast this turn? What do I need to? This one, just the card draw. And nothing else. The Sharpen is fine. Okay, yeah. I want to draw cards, and I want to do damage. That's it. That's all I want out of this turn. Okay, I think we're on schedule to do well here. Like, what can still go wrong? Not a whole lot. I think we're okay. Like, I'm fighting the Cleansing Seraph, and I've still got 9 stacks of regen already. This is just... I think this is just winning. I have to reform 3 units, though, so I have to be careful. Which one do I want to reform first? I'll just cast the cheaper one, because then maybe whichever one I get makes this one cheaper, and I don't have any control either way. Wait, this one's random. This one I get to pick. Yeah, if I get to pick, maybe I pick... Give this one 2 extra damage, because he's the boss. Alright, and then what costs 0? That you cost 0. That's a good one. That's a good hit. And then I guess I reform some more. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one I get, I guess. Or is it more like, which spell do I not get to cast if I do this? Something stupid, I guess. So, do they even do damage? You do 45, you do like 70 if you live long enough. How much damage does this floor do? 30, 40. They do 40 damage. Yes, you do get to attack, but then you die soon after. You do 35 twice. You do 45 once. Pretty comparable outcomes. The next round, the next wave, either one of them dies immediately. I guess it's worth casting. Am I worried about these hitting the pyre? I think... No, we're okay. They can hit the sentient, that's fine. Okay, let's just cast. See what we get. Whatever... Oh, I didn't get... Yeah, that's right, I don't get to choose. You survive for 1 turn, you're fine. And I was gonna do... this... Regen. And then, oh, Dripfall costs 0 now, that's right. Because... random spell. Which one do I want to daze? Maybe you? Because... yeah, I want you to have a lot of daze stacks. Maybe by the time you get to the top floor, you'll have a ton. Or not a ton, but like 4 or 5. So what's fun about these bosses is you cannot descend them, but you still get the bonus from Iron Drop Cage as if it had descended. So that's an obscure little thing that, you know, just the programmer had to make a decision, how is that going to work? And they chose the one that's more generous to the player. I can afford the expensive one. Like, what am I giving up if I do that? I have to cast this one for sure. But if I'm going to cast this one anyway, do I want to cast the expensive one or just the cheap one? Well, what happens with the energy? Let's see. I have this and 1, 2, 3 energy worth of spells that I would like to be able to cast for certain. Let's see. Next turn, what happens if I draw 2 spells? I get Awakes, so that's pretty good. I would like to be able to do that. If I get 10 extra damage on a unit that's just sort of dead in the water, it's not a big deal at all. So let's just... yeah, you're... yeah, that's barely any damage at the top, but the spell costs 0, but that's not really important. Here's what I really want. I want regen stacks, and I want card draw. And you are going to make it to the pyre, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I've got more than enough pyre health. And let's find out, did we... yes, we made it big time. Well, 95 health lost, so it's... there's some margin to work with here, but not a ton. What if we put some daze stacks on you? And what would more damage? +4 attack damage on the multi-hit be a bigger deal, or the daze? Let's see. The daze stacks probably don't really matter because the real limiting factor is how quickly I can regen. Well, he's already doing more damage than I'm regenerating, so it's like how much damage sticks. It's 8 damage, then 7, or then 9, then 10, then 11 is per turn is how much is sticking. So the daze actually matters. It's just the arithmetic on how it matters is a little bit weird. Like, it wouldn't matter if I had 50 regen stacks, then dazing would do nothing. It's kind of weird, right? Anyway, maybe damage is better. Not really. I mean, I think defense is kind of the most important because, like, yeah, 4 extra damage would be 12 per turn, and then, but how much am I already getting per turn? I'm already getting a lot more than 12. So if I can survive like 1 extra turn, for example, let's see, how much health does this save me? It saves me 14 health. Okay, that was either way. It's all win. I could put those in my hand. It would do nothing though. There's no point. All right, let's just win. Alright, I think I sort of have a better understanding of how to play this, but I got some moderately good luck. Like some of the things that were good, like the bounty stalker, it would have been stronger if I'd gotten it earlier, obviously, but it was strong enough, and I got it early enough. And I didn't try to overdo something that was already scaling about as hard as it was going to. I think I made fairly good decisions, and it wasn't a super close call. Some of the greedy stuff I did early was a little bit stressful, but I think it paid off. It was mostly justified. It wasn't razor thin. I think I did get down to like 15 health at some point, so it's a little scary, but I think that was a relatively smooth run. I mean, I don't claim that it was optimal, but it was. It's not like I got something that was so bonkers awesome that like I didn't even have to think after the third ring. I don't think I got super snowbally, but I think I think the luck was pretty decent, and I made fairly good choices. And it was just, I don't know. I think that's a win that I could feel reasonably good about. And there we have it. I've won with Sentient on Covenant 25 with all other supporting clans. And I did a bunch of these back to back because they reworked. They reworked this completely, and I wanted to get a feel for how good is that. And I don't know. It's a little bit marginal. So like the fact that she has more than one, this version has more than one benefit is sort of interesting. But I really like the synergy because what happened this run? Well, I had that Awoken or that what's the name? Is it Awoken or just Awake? I think it's just Awake. Yeah, I had that Awake that only cost one, and I drew it. I had two copies, and on average, I drew one of them every turn. So with the extra card draw, you purge a bunch of stuff. It just worked well. If you didn't have that card, you could remove. Hopefully, you get a rejuvenating sap, and you remove the consume from it, and it's even better, sort of. So there's a couple ways that this card draw could really self-synergize, and you stick it in the front rank, and you take good care of it. I'm finally starting to understand the playstyle for that, and unfortunately, the cultivate bonus by itself is not super great. You need something else going on. You need some other kind of scaling. This time I got bounty stalker, which is really nice. But it solves all your front line, and it gives you a little bit of help with damage per turn. It's just how do you make up for everything else? How do you fill in the rest of the gaps in your profile of strengths? It's still a puzzle that you have to solve, but this rework is pretty decent. It's not insignificant. The bonus damage and the bonus health also means your backline is less likely to suicide when it hits spikes or whatever. It's just, I don't know. It's a pretty decent and apparently viable setup, but it struggles to deal enough damage. It's something you have to keep an eye on. You have to figure out how am I going to kill all of the units before they get to the pyre. It doesn't quite solve that problem quite so easily. And I mean, explosive has sort of a problem with that too. Like none of these are like this one could be high damage if you somehow manage to play 3 healing spells every turn. So there's always problems, but this one feels kind of. This one, I don't know. It's like you draw 3 extra cards. That's like 3 blue relics. Uh, it just feels nice. Usually you don't get to do that. You don't get to draw 8 cards every turn without even trying. So it's no joke. Uh, I I was able to win 2 in a row with it, with 2 different supporting clans. So that's nice. I hope that was. If anybody ever actually ends up watching this, I hope that's useful. I at least partially solved the problems. Like I don't claim I could pull this off 100% of the time, but uh, clearly I have some ideas that are somewhat working. So you get better at the game, and you get a little bit of good luck, and it just adds up and it works. So good stuff.